Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here at the Red Brick House. And it is a cold morning today. I've got my coffee, and I want to take a peek outside and see what Mother Nature finally finished doing. It's definitely snowy out, and it is definitely cold. Whew. Now, okay. I guess somebody came out and knocked on the door. I see footprints. Okay. We're still all here. Looks like we had some critter that walked through. Other than that, looks like we're good to go. All right. I guess I need to shovel a little bit of snow here. It is pretty out. It's definitely pretty. But we're going to get to do, we're going to be doing some work here inside today. Like I said, just getting up and started and around. Get the windows open here. And tonight it's going to get down to 8 degrees. This will be the real test. What we're going to work on today is my beautiful bride is going to cover and protect everything because I usually make a mess. But we're going to take the brick off of here and see what we've got. And hopefully it's not in real bad shape. I think what I'll do is I'll be plastering this like I did the other one, but opening it up so we can see the brick inside of it. Yeah, this is going to be fun. And I think it'll make it look a lot better. I think if nothing else, we were putting that piece of plywood on temporarily just to keep any of the dust and debris and stuff out of it. But I think actually opening that up again will actually give us a little more depth in the room and actually make it feel a little bit larger. So that will be the game plan for today. Can't wait to get chipping on it. Alrighty, we have it here. We're gonna open this sucker up, and I'm debating on if I should do it live. Do it live, do it live. Or if I just record it and save it. Maybe we'll do it live. Well, after about 2 hours of time of pulling this all out and finding out that the bricks right here, those had crumbled, so we're going to end up redoing those. I'm going to mix some lime render and use some of the old bricks that we took out. There were a lot of bricks that were actually in the chimney that had fallen down in there, and we've got those cleaned up. Now the bottom of this is kind of rough, and there's a lot of mortar and stuff that's been on there. I think what I'm going to do, at least for now, is I'm going to actually use the lime render and make a solid pad on it. Maybe later on we'll get like a piece of granite or something to go on there, just to give it a better look. Some, black piece of granite I think would actually look really, really nice and help set it off. But I love the color of the brick that's gotten the age from being in the fire, and that's where I'm going to try and reuse as many of the faces of the bricks that are have that burn color in here to rebuild this wall, so that way it'll blend in. And then what we're going to do, because the face of this, you can see all these bricks in here that have crumbled and so on. I don't want to pull all those off because that is supporting that lintel, and once I build up the new piece, that'll support it. But we're going to go ahead and plaster over the face of this like we did the other one. Just we're not going to put in a glass, electric fireplace in there. What we'll do is I'll actually take a piece of wood, I'll put a little bit of oil on the board itself, and basically I will frame around this temporarily. So that way when I plaster, I'll be able to give myself a really nice edge. And I'll use a sidewalk edger and edge around it to round the plaster to it, and that way we'll stop the plaster flush with the bricks and not carry it on the inside. At least that's the plan, and we'll see how it looks. But I am digging seeing the fireplace opened up. I think once we put the plaster on there, that it'll really make it look good again, and it'll help to strengthen the old bricks and stuff that's in here. Yeah, it's going to be good when we get it all together. So I've got some work to do to get this ready. I've already started wetting down the bricks and the face of this, so that way I'm going to need to wet this down a lot before we do the plaster, because the plaster won't adhere if the bricks aren't wet. And that's one of the things I've learned about lime mortar and lime plaster is it's a suction that goes in. When the bricks are wet, that plaster will just literally stick to it, and it'll get drawn in as it dries the water out of it and keeps it from cracking. Definitely liking the look here. Yep, definitely liking it. Man, is it cold out here today. I can't imagine what this house must have been like without insulation that we put in the attic and the basement and the back bedrooms and stuff, because it must have gotten really cold here. I guess that's why you have all the fireplaces that you have. I'm just trying to put this trash and stuff on the truck and get the truck cleaned over before it really gets a deep freeze, so if we need to go, we're at least shoveled out. And man, I've got to get my mortar and stuff and the bricks I'm going to need inside for fixing the wall. So I'm trying to get this stuff done before it gets too cold out here. Wow. You can see how the chimney's offset because of the upstairs fireplace. It's pretty neat. The amazing thing is that I can feel the draw right now up in here. We're actually going to close this up. We're not going to be using this as a fireplace, but we're going to actually make a temporary flue for this until we decide if we're going to one day get this lined and make it a fireplace. Okay, so I've made my lime mortar, and we're basically going to re-bricklay this leg that goes up underneath of there. We have the chimney. We've used some rigid insulation to just block this up for now. Eventually I'll get some rock wool and seal this whole thing. Well, actually, eventually what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of granite on the top and cap this. And these aren't going to be used for fireplaces. It's just too concerned about burning the place down. You probably could get them lined. That's a possibility. It would be a big expense, but I don't know that we want to do that. So what we're doing is I've gone through, and you look at a brick like this. This is a handmade brick that was fired either behind the place when it was originally built or over here at the brick place that was sued. You can see chunks of rocks and stuff in there. And what we're doing is we're looking for the bricks that have some color on the outside of it, so that way we'll have the darkness inside of there. You see some that are burnt more than others. And so we're gonna, at least the bottom of this, use all of those first. If there are some that are discolored, we want them to be up higher so you won't notice them, because we want this to blend in and look hopefully a lot like it would have. And then we're eventually going to make some sand plaster and plaster the exterior of this to make it look finished. So we're going to go ahead and get to this, and then I can clean up the mess that I made in here, because, you know, tearing all that out and all of the dust and stuff that's in there, this is a dirty job. I should have called Mike Rowe, but it's a rewarding one too. What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Excuse me. I'm here, of course, at the Red Brick House, and I've opened up this fireplace here, and we're going to plaster this and make it look like a fireplace again. I don't know, I might end up getting the fake fireplace logs to go in here that'll put out a little bit of heat and look like a fireplace, but I don't want to. I don't have gas here. Well, I do have gas. Every time I make chili, But I'm getting ready to fix the brick in here and try and make this firebox look. This one leg right here is messed up, but I'm trying to use the old bricks here like this that are colored and burnt, so that way it'll match it back up as much as possible, because that's what we do here. So